because he'll still be Oliver. I mean, I can drop a small block V8 in him for a bit. That will ask questions of the rest of the transmission and drivetrain. Yes. Of the cars I have right now, they're kind of all my favourites. I'm asked that a lot. I only have them if they're my favourite. I've got a lot of old stuff. So I've got some beautiful, 1962 Jaguar E-Type Roadster, which I adore and will keep forever. But also I'm in the process of rebuilding an XK120 and an XK150. I love my Mustang. I've had that for 15 years or something like that. I've just gained a 1930, I'm going to say 4, Riley Alpine Tourer. Very rare, wonderful, wonderful old car with a tiny straight 6 engine, 1.4 litre capacity, I think. And it runs like a little sewing machine. It's a beautiful little car. They're all my favourites. I do get home and dash past the family and go out into the garage and talk to them. I wish I hadn't told you that. Often asked if I have plans for Oliver. I mean, I still have him. Him. Yeah, I'd like one day to maybe do a show using him for as many different things as I can. We were talking about this the other day, me and the guys. I'd like to, take him stage rallying, take him drag racing, take him circuit racing, but in each instance, customize the car heavily to do that. Because he'll still be Oliver. I mean, I can drop a small block V8 in him for a bit. That will ask questions of the rest of the transmission and drivetrain. Yes, he'll tear himself to bits, so he would need new everything underneath. But I'd quite like to take him through various evolutions. I think that could be fun. You could maybe let us know if you think that's a good idea, and maybe it's something we could do. My passion is divided between 4 wheels and 2 wheels, and it's, I'm going to say, equal. Bordering on skewing towards bikes a bit more. I've ridden bikes since I was 16. When I was about 5, I'd worked out how many days it was until I could learn to drive. And I was sitting chatting to my dad about this. I was very excited. And then I worked out it was 365 fewer days before I could ride a bike. So all I wanted was a motorbike. And I said to my parents constantly, can I have a bike when I'm 16? This was like, I was 7 or 8. So they said, yeah, of course you can. Then I got to be 16 and they'd said yes. Nobody in my family had ridden a bike for generations, so nobody knew how to. So I'd saved up money from my job picking up chickens' eggs for a living and bought myself a Honda MBX 50 with no side stands, so it was leaned against the wall for £200. And I taught myself to ride it from books. There was no internet back then. You had to go to the library and get how to ride a motorbike. So I said clutch and gear, okay, and that was it. Took the road. So I think we all have versions of ourselves that we encounter in particular circumstances. You'll know this. Whenever you drive a van, throughout my whole adult life, I've had occasions to drive a van, moving house, or when it was for my job for a while. And there's always a version of me that's driving a van. And when I get into a van to drive, that's the me that's in there. Same as there's a version of me that's always out having a run. And when I go for a run, there I am. The most vivid version of me that I sort of slip into and become is me riding a bike, because that was from the moment I was 16, that's all I wanted to do. So still today, if I'm stressed or just want to escape, if I get on a motorbike, there's the 16-year-old me. All right, mate? Spotty and long hair and horrible, but that's me. So for that reason, and the solitude and the escape and the fact that on a bike you're slightly outside of society, and you are very outside, I'd say riding bikes is fractionally ahead of driving cars. The machines themselves, I think they're both equally glorious and wonderful and expressive and powerful and potent and ridiculous. If you enjoyed this, then why wouldn't you like, comment and/or subscribe?